Julie Sykes Kaylor.
Now, your category is agriculture. So I'd like to know how you thought of this idea of gleaning food.
All right, well, it's kind of funny because I'm a suburban girl from Chicago, so there's some irony in this. But it all began 16 years ago. I went on a Harvest of Hope retreat, and that's when I learned about hunger in the United States and the many ways that we can kind of bridge the gap between excess food and people who need food. And that was really a life-altering event for me. When I came home from that retreat, I decided to create the Gleaning Network for Lebanon County. And a gleaning network, a lot of people don't even know what that means.
Well, explain it to them.
They think I'm talking about cleaning, but I'm not. It's gleaning. It's a biblical term. And it's real simple. It's three things. You need a farmer who's willing to donate excess fruits or vegetables, and then you need volunteers who are willing to go out and harvest the leftover produce. And then you need food banks and food pantries who are willing to distribute that food to families in need. And in 2015, that was our 15th year with the Gleaning Network. So that was a lot of fun. But during that process, I became more connected with the Caring Cupboard, which is a food pantry in Palmyra. And that's when I learned that food pantries need fresh produce all summer long, not just periodically. And so that's when my husband and I decided to set aside a small plot of land on our family farm. And we called it the Caring Acre for the Caring Cupboard. And we just started out real small. It's just a 1/4 acre of a piece of land, and had some friends come and help us with the harvest. But over time, it grew to a full acre. And then last year, with a small grant from the Church of the Brethren, we built a unheated high tunnel. And that just allows us to grow produce in the early spring. Like right now, it's loaded with lettuce and spinach. And then in the fall we also have lettuce and spinach. So, you know, it's been quite a journey. And every time I take fresh produce to the Caring Cupboard, I see the joy on their faces. You know, their clients want what we all want, which is good, healthy, fresh food, you know. And through both experiences, the Gleaning Network and the Caring Acre, I've learned that we really can make a difference in the world.
Absolutely. I think it's very admirable what you're doing. I have two other, at least, farms that you might be getting produce from.
Right. So our big supporters throughout the years have been Sycamore Spring Orchard. We do a huge apple harvest there every year. Eli and Gingrich's Fruit Farm has been very helpful. And the
Seifert's?
Yeah, Seifert's. Glenn and Dennis Seifert. Yeah, all three of those. Every year has been very helpful. But Sycamore Spring has been our anchor, like every year with that really big apple harvest. I couldn't have done it without them.
That's amazing. And so where do you get all these people to help pick all these apples?
Well, now a lot of it's word of mouth, but I also just send out a flyer to various churches and service organizations. And to be honest, Joellen, I never know if I'm going to have 10 people show up or 100 people show up. But year after year, I end up having more than 100 people.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And it's, you know, 4 people here, 6 people there, and I've just been awed by the power of small groups of people banded together and what we can achieve. And it just takes a spark, right? It just takes one person to get the ball rolling.
It only takes a spark to get a fire going.
That's right. That's right. It's true. I keep saying to people, you only have 4 people. That's great. Come out, because you're 4 with the other 4. It adds up.
Yeah. Now, tell me again, I heard that, or I read rather, that you did economic research in Washington, D.C.
That's correct.
Talk to me about that a little bit.
Well, I was a systems analyst at a firm called Mathematica Policy Research, and my area of interest was food policy and Medicaid. So the last, 6 years of my career there, I was building research files that academia, researchers can use to study the Medicaid program, how effective it is it reaching the right population, that kind of thing.
Is it?
Is it? I think it could be expanded further. I think we could do more to help people in need. Okay. I really do.
Wow, well, you've done so much, and you seem to put others before yourself. I mean, yeah, that takes a lot of work to farm all that stuff.
Well, yeah, but my husband and I, just by our nature, are service-oriented. That's our way of giving back. We feel like if we have it, we should give back.
That's very admirable.
Thank you.
If there was something that you would like us to know, what would it be?
That I've enjoyed it.
That's very short and sweet, but that's acceptable.
Thank you.
How about your family? I don't think you mentioned a lot about them. Did you say your husband's name? Do you have children?
I do. So, and all of them have been there from the get-go. So I have pictures in the newspaper that were taken and put in the newspaper of my kids when they were like 4 and 6 when we first started all this. So my husband Brent has been at my side. My 2 sons, Kirby and Shane, have gleaned with us every year. Their friends have come out and been a big support to us. So Adam Fox, Ethan Gahinio, my sister-in-law Cindy Funk, the librarian at the Anvil Free Library. She is always at the registration desk for me, you know, supporting me in this effort. Jenny Koffroth. I mean, there's so many people, Lorraine Truex, there's so many people that have been out there helping me do this. It really has been a love affair for a lot of people. It's a network of people that make it all happen.
It sounds like this could go on for generations because you've involved so many people. It's not just a one, while it was your idea and you're the spark plug, so to speak, you've taken the time to include and train others along the way.
Absolutely. And you know what? One of our newest groups to come out just a few years ago, but keeps coming out year after year, is the Palmyra Black Knights. It's a hockey club. And part of their requirement to be in the hockey league is to have some sort of, you know, community service activity. And they have found that gleaning is perfect for those boys because it's a gross motor activity, you know, and they just keep coming back year after year.